Morning, guys. How we going? So it's been an interesting few days with concerning Priscilla Presley. Obviously, the book "Softly as I Leave You" um, is out in certain countries already. We're getting some feedback. Um, it's nothing new, guys. You've got. I wouldn't say it's any different to what has happened with this book that was in 1985, the Elvis and Me biopic. It's hard to know where to start with this topic. We've had Donna Presley this morning has released a beautiful, heartfelt video that's 5 minutes long. I'm going to play again and we're going to review it. I've already reviewed it once. But we have to understand Donna Presley, Elvis's first cousin, okay? Vernon's sister's daughter. She grew up at Circle T Ranch, at Gracelands. She spent many, many years around Elvis, around Elvis's family, of course, Minnie May, Aunt Delta, Vernon, many other people, Patsy Presley, lots of people, Elvis's family. Yeah, she sees Elvis as her cousin. Of course, she knew how extraordinary he was, how amazingly talented he was, how he's still loved around the world, even today, more than ever, I would say. She knew his heart. She knew how fantastic he was. He was more than just a singer. She really wants the world to understand Elvis, the true man. She's so upset that his image has been so badly warped and damaged. And I feel that she thinks, I won't speak for her, but I feel she thinks a lot of the damage done to Elvis's image and reputation was done by Priscilla Presley, was done by the Smiths, was done by the Stanleys, was done by sometimes people Elvis was close to, friends and girls, and girlfriends. Yeah. She doesn't like the fact that Elvis is portrayed as an addict. He was very, very unwell. He was very sick. Obviously, you guys know I talk with Donna and her assistant Karen regularly. Recently, we defended Donna against a load of lies that have been said about her, disgusting lies at the hands of a horrific husband who was violent, a drug addict, threatened to kill her and her daughters. Just a horrible, horrible man. She went through hell. He took advantage of her name, her being related to Elvis, and was a crook, was a criminal, ended up in prison. Nothing to do with Donna. It was not her fault. She's done a recent video defending herself, which I'm so proud she did that, telling the world the truth, because she's been unfairly treated for decades, poor Donna Presley, when all she has ever done is defend Elvis and the Presleys and the bloodline. She's horrified that people that were even related to Elvis have trashed him for money in books, biographies, documentaries. I am as well, guys. Now, I actually have found the last 2 or 3 days quite upsetting concerning Priscilla, because obviously she wants her book to do well, to sell, Softly as I Leave You. But at what cost? At what cost? Now, remember, I see Priscilla as one of the people that has done the most damage to Elvis's image, reputation. She's always portrayed herself as this poor victim. Oh, look what I went through, Poor me. I suffered at the hands of Elvis. Yes, she'll tell us the sweet stories and how handsome and beautiful he was. But then she will throw in how literally everything that went wrong in their marriage was his fault. She even tries to give the impression that she was a child when he met her. It's not true. I'm talking about as a relationship. In the 1950s and 60s, teenagers worshipped the rock and roll stars. She was 14 when she was introduced to Elvis. Even that, there's another side to the story. It may have been pre-planned. She may have had a plan to get to meet Elvis. using Cary Grant. Now, we're giving the impression it's the other way around, that Cary Grant approached Priscilla. I don't think it's true. I think she had a plan. She approached Cary Grant. Can I meet Elvis? But that isn't our topic today. Now, the thing that I find shocking is that I feel that Priscilla will go to any lengths to make herself the angel, Elvis the devil. I know that's extreme. I also cannot believe that it was so easy for Priscilla to go, I did nothing wrong, everything was Elvis's fault. The public, the press, the tabloids, TV, movies, you name it, books, biographies, documentaries, everything in favor of Priscilla. Elvis was always the bad guy. So it doesn't make any sense to me that if Elvis is always the bad guy, and Priscilla says she needed to find herself, she was in a gilded cage, had no life, which is laughable. Laughable, yeah? That Elvis is some drug addict, a violent-tempered man who literally abused her. And the world falls for it. The world believes all the trashing that comes from Priscilla's mouth that has been gradual over the last 40 to 50 years. But then they allow her to be the spokesperson of Elvis. How is that? If someone trashed me for 40 years, 50 years, would I then want them to be the spokesperson on behalf of my life, me as a human being, my heart? Of course not. But with Elvis, it's happened. With Elvis, the person who has done most damage to his image and reputation is being honoured as the spokesperson on behalf of Elvis and his life. Everything about Elvis is honoured through Priscilla. She takes all credit for the launching of the Living Museum. There's much more to it, guys, why she eventually manoeuvred herself into a position of being the front spokesperson for the Graceland's The Living Museum. She takes all credit for the fact that Graceland's was nearly sold off. She says it's because of me. It wasn't. Well, we have evidence that that's not true. Then she talks about Elvis's private life. She talks about his prescription medication. Obviously, she won't call it that. She never mentions how sick he was. Never. She never mentions how sick he was. He's talked about like he was an addict, a druggie. Never mentioning, oh, by the way, he had been sick for years, in a lot of pain, couldn't sleep, overworked, of course. But again, Priscilla is the front person. She's the front person. Priscilla, whatever you say, we will not challenge, we will not disagree with. Elvis obviously clearly can't defend himself. He can't jump up and say to Priscilla, why are you lying about me? That's not true. This is the truth. So we find ourselves in this very awkward position where to defend Elvis, we have to challenge lots of people, whether it be the Smiths, the Stanleys, Priscilla, the Memphis Mafia, whoever, these people that were very close to Elvis and trashed him for money, for fame, for attention. Elvis deserved better. He didn't deserve these people that were so close to him to badly portray him. So what I want to do is I'm going to spend this morning going through the interviews again. There's 3 interviews. And I'm going to break down Priscilla's retelling of a story from her point of view, her version of events, not the truth. Her narrative, her storyline that has been portrayed, pushed around the world for as long as 50 years. Do you get it, guys? This is so unfair to Elvis. He's the one that gets damaged the most by the bullshit. Now, we've only got to look at Priscilla's actions concerning not just Elvis, but her own daughter, her own granddaughters, Riley, Finley, and Harper. She really did put herself first. She really did put herself first. Priscilla has always put herself first. Even when she discusses, oh, you know, I had no life. I had to find myself. You know, I wanted to grow as a human and find myself and go out and search the world and see what the world had to offer. Now, remember, by the time she gets married to Elvis, she's 22. Within weeks, she's 22. When she moved to Graceland, she was basically 18. Elvis was never with a 14-year-old. This is another lie. Yes, they briefly met for a few months, for a matter of months in Germany, whilst Elvis was serving his country. But then he went back to get on with his life. He had a girlfriend. He was with Anita Wood. He did GI Blues, the movie. He made some albums. He did the Frank Sinatra show. Even in Germany, he was seeing other women. He wasn't seeing Priscilla. She was just a friend. He trusted her. I will say that. She's let him down big time. So when I watch these interviews that are now going around the world so she can push her book, Softly as I Leave You, I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be part 1, and I'm going to post it. I want to re-go through Donna, what she released late last night. Me and Donna and Karen, we all discussed this, you know. I knew it was coming. She wants to defend her cousin. Remember, she doesn't just see Elvis. She sees my cousin. I'm sticking up for my cousin. I would stick up for my cousin, wouldn't you? Any of you watching me now, wouldn't you stick up for your cousin if you think he's been lied about, unfairly portrayed, and he can't defend himself because he's dead? So this was a quick thing. This was like, oh, I'm not having this. I'm not having Priscilla recontrol history, rewrite history, reinvent the truth to help her sell books, to get sympathy. We know that the lawsuit, Bridget Crew's lawsuit with Priscilla, is a scary lawsuit. Allegations are very, very serious. We also know that Priscilla went behind her daughter's back many times, even after poor Lisa died, tried to change her daughter's wishes with where the inheritance goes, where Lisa's inheritance should be going to the kids, Riley, Finley, and Harper. Priscilla seemed to want it all for herself. We know about that. There was a settlement. The money that Priscilla was given in the settlement was her grandkids, was her daughter's children's money. She takes money out of the pocket of her own grandkids. So now she's trashing Elvis's name and lying and twisting the truth to suit herself, to help sell her book, Softly as I Leave You. But not just that, to try and undo some of the damage done by Lisa's honest words in this book, From Here to the Great Unknown, Lisa Marie's book, which seems to have been forgotten, which is ridiculous because this is truth. It's all me, 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 me. It's literally that simple. At the expense of Elvis. But this obviously, because Donna's a first cousin, she wants to stand up for him. She doesn't want to just sit back and let Priscilla post these different interviews. You know, these are big interviews, aren't they? Is it CNN, ABC, and there's another one as well, isn't there? These are being watched by millions of people. The general public are very gullible because they're not big Elvis fans. They're just the general public. We, the fans, we know that history is being retold, rewritten, reinvented by Priscilla. And the interviewers that are doing these interviews are falling for it, almost not challenging her at all, brushing past the very serious things that have happened recently, brushing past the allegations of the lawsuit, brushing past the stuff that's gone on between Priscilla, Lisa, and Riley, stuff that went on before Lisa died. Lisa was threatening to sue her own mother. Riley seems to have got in the middle and tried to make things okay. It's awkward for Riley because Priscilla is her grandmother. Riley will always be in an awkward position. In some ways, feels she has to support her gran She's the living family member, the mother of her mother. So it's awkward for Riley. What does Riley do? Does she publicly turn against her own grandmother, who is a living relative, who is blood, who probably helped grow her up as a child? To Riley, Priscilla is gran. Riley may be very aware, I would say is very aware of the serious mistakes that Priscilla is making, but it's still gran. So I know that fans are concerned about Riley because she seems to be supporting her grandmother. But try and put yourself in her shoes. She's lost her mum, her blood relative, her gran. Get it? The great-grandmother of her kids. 2 kids now. Yeah? So Riley is between a rock and a hard place. The pressure is on for Riley from Priscilla to be supported by her granddaughter. But we know that there are some very, very disturbing, upsetting details that may have gone on from Priscilla concerning her own daughter, Lisa Marie. So all of it is a bloody mess. I find it difficult. I don't even know where to start. So what I'm going to do is play again. This is the second time I've played it. Donna's video that defends her daughter. Now, I'm not going to interrupt this one too much because I did it in part 1 that I posted this morning. I'm going to let Donna have her say. This is truth. Donna is truth. She has nothing to gain here. She's not doing this for likes, subscribers, views, for money. She's just doing this because she is upset of what's being said by Priscilla in these different interviews concerning the launching of the book Softly As I Leave You. We know damn well that Priscilla just wants the book to succeed. Yeah? So guys, I'm going to play this and then we're going to stop and we're going to come back and we're going to start going through these interviews. Again, we have to defend Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. We got to start somewhere, but there's so much to go through because there's 3 interviews and there's already been a massive reaction to these interviews. So I know that Donna Presley is going to release some more videos defending her cousin, defending her family, the Presleys that she grew up with. So she is a first cousin. So let's press play, and then I'm going to let it play, and then we're going to upload this live into comments, and then I'm going to come back and do a part 2. So thanks for joining me at Defending Elvis Presley. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Donna Presley, and I'd like to welcome you to my Donna Presley Official YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about claims that have been made in recent interviews about concerning a new book, and I would like to answer these claims.
So I will a couple of comments. Yeah, Donna, I knew about this. Donna and Karen and me. She's not happy with the things that are being said. She feels compelled to say something. This is just the first of many other things to come. She's also going to do another video discussing Gracelands and this thing where Priscilla tries to act as if she takes all credit for the saving of Graceland, the launching of the museum, that it was her idea. There's so much more to it. She also Donna also is going to discuss her right to use the Presley name. Remember, she is Vernon Presley's sister's daughter. Please remember that. She has Elvis blood in her veins. She's a first cousin. And she did grow up around the Presleys and Elvis for decades.
I've made a few notes, if you don't mind. I'd like to read them, simply because I don't want to forget anything. I want to make sure that I've answered all of them. Okay, so let's get started. In recent days, interviews promoting a new book have circulated widely. Within them are repeated claims about Elvis. The ones I address here are not accurate. I do not raise these points to argue, but because of my cousin deserves the truth.
I love it. My cousin deserves the truth. Remember, this isn't Elvis the superstar. This is her cousin. all of us would defend our cousins, wouldn't we?
It has been written that Elvis began using drugs during his Army service. In fact, it was common practice for the military to issue stimulants to stay awake and sleeping medications to help them sleep. That did not make a man an addict. Elvis served his country with pride and discipline, and his conduct reflected his respect for both his duty and his nation.
So another thing I've discussed with Donna Presley, Elvis was never an addict. She makes this very, very clear. Remember, she was with him. Yeah? She would speak with him regularly, lived with him, lived alongside him, obviously behind Circle G Ranch, behind Greystack. Her parents lived at Graceland's till I think 1982, maybe later. Yeah? She visited her parents most days. She visited Minnie May and Aunt Delta most days. She'd spent lots of time at Graceland's and Circle G. So to her, it's like, I was with him so much, I would have known if he was off his face, a drug addict. Now, of course, yes, come on, guys. We know he was on prescription medication. Prescription medication has an effect on your body. It has side effects. I think this is why Elvis would get puffiness, where he would have a puffy tummy. Later in life, this is when he was in his 40s. So she accepts that he was very sick, very unwell, needed medication, had serious insomnia, had stomach problems, colon problems, high blood pressure. She knows he was sick. But Priscilla never tells us that. Priscilla never says, oh, Elvis was sick, and this is why he took prescription medication. If you're sick, you turn to your doctor, don't you? He gives you pills. You take them to get better, to soothe pain, to sleep. Get it? Never an addict. Never an addict.
It has also been said that in Las Vegas he slurred words or forgot lyrics because of drugs. The truth is that Elvis was a lifelong insomniac. He was prescribed sleeping medication, and at times the effects lingered if he faced an early matinee or an early press conference.
An interview, yeah? We know there's at least one interview where Elvis was obviously hadn't fully woke up yet, where he would take sleeping tablets. He had the absolute worst chronic insomnia. I've heard Dr. Nick say this. He literally couldn't sleep. Yeah? So he did need help to sleep, help to wake up, because these sleeping tablets were very, very strong. Okay? So, yes, he had been interviewed one time where he was slightly slurring his words because of this. Not because he's a raving addict, just because he had the worst case of insomnia you could ever have.
Night after night, he performed with complete dedication and to some everyone's happiness and satisfaction. Another suggestion is that Elvis could not be spoken to about his health, that he was unapproachable. That is completely exaggerated. My grandmother and my mother both raised their concerns with Elvis concerning his health because he did have many health issues. Elvis was not cut off from his family. We were there, and we cared enough to speak honestly and offer advice.
Again, Priscilla gives the impression that no one had the guts to talk to Elvis. It's bullshit, guys. She was there. She witnessed her family, the Presleys, trying to give Elvis advice. Elvis was a strong-minded guy, but he did trust his doctors. He did feel that what they were prescribing him could help him, whether it be sleeping or with pain or other health problems. Elvis had many health problems, many health problems.
It has been implied that Graceland was only a house of men. Now, that's simply false.
So this is to do with Priscilla tries to give the impression that she was stuck at home alone. The only people there were men. It's bullshit. Bullshit. There were many women at Graceland's, including Priscilla's friends and family. Yeah, Priscilla was no prisoner. She was not in a gilded cage. She had as much freedom she could ever want. Don't fall for it, guys. Don't fall for the trickery of Priscilla's changing of the story to suit herself as this victim, this poor me victim. Don't fall for it, guys. We're being conned. And this con has been going on for over 40 years. There's so much more to this. This is so unfair to Elvis. You don't know both sides of the story because Elvis can't say his side. So Donna is trying to do her best to get you the truth, what really went on.
My grandmother Minnie Mae lived there. My Aunt Delta lived there. My mother was there daily, and from 1969, she lived at the back of the property. I moved off the hill in 1971 and had my own home, but I was still there practically every day. Graceland was a family home filled with the presence of strong women as well as men.
That is her point. That is her point. Yeah. There was plenty of family members there. Plenty.
Interesting enough, in the television interviews promoting this book, Elvis's very real health struggles were sadly left unmentioned.
And this, I've been saying this again and again and again. Why do they never bring up the fact that he was genuinely sick, unwell?
While other stories grow larger and larger in the telling year after year.
They basically call him an addict, a druggie. Everywhere you go, they give the impression that all Elvis was interested in was getting stoned or off his face. It's such bullshit and not true.
After all this time, it is striking that so many, even in the media, still do not report fairly.
So you can say that again. Yeah. The way that Elvis is portrayed in the media is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Elvis totally deserves better. Totally deserves better. Honestly, every day I see different things that are just telling lies about Elvis just to get views or likes or subscribers or sell tabloids or sell magazines or get higher ratings in different documentaries and biographies and movies. You name it. Anything to sensationalize Elvis so they benefit, to make money. Even Priscilla recently admitting that the throwing of the chair incident didn't happen. Elvis never threw a chair at Priscilla. It did not happen, but it was in Priscilla's movie, Sofia Coppola's film, Priscilla. It was in there. The whole world were talking about Elvis throwing a chair at Priscilla. It's unbelievable. It never even happened, and Priscilla's even admitted it never happened. Shocking, guys. Shocking. This is the story of Elvis's life. Many things being said again and again and again that just did not happen.
That's why I speak now. Elvis's story should never be left to rumor. It should be told with accuracy, and this includes...
It should be told with accuracy. This 1985 book is not accurate. It is a fake fairy tale. It has twisted everything to the advantage of Priscilla, to the damage of Elvis. Same goes for the new book, Softly as I Leave You. We've already read 28 pages of it. It's shockingly wrong. Again, everything is in favor of Priscilla being the poor victim. Look what I went through. When the truth is, Elvis was so kind to Priscilla and everyone around her, including his friends and family. Now, yes, I want to be honest. When the relationship started to break down, they were both being unfaithful, which they both admitted. When Priscilla first moved to Graceland, when she was near enough 18, Elvis carried on living as a single man, in the first few years. I'll be honest. The fact that Elvis took sleeping tablets or uppers, no big deal. Pretty normal in the 50s and 60s. Doesn't make him an addict. We're trying to get the truth out. We're trying to... This crazy situation where Priscilla has become the front spokesperson on behalf of Elvis makes no sense. She's trashed him for 40 years. In many of the disgusting interviews she gave in the 80s that trashed him, that painted him out as some kind of controlling, grooming paedophile, which is not true. Elvis didn't tell Priscilla how to dress and do her makeup. Priscilla's even admitted that that wasn't true, that she liked her hair in the beehive style. She liked doing her own makeup. She liked it when Elvis gave her advice on what suited her. Elvis was never controlling man, never forced her how to dress or do her makeup. It's bullshit. But this person, Priscilla Presley, is now the spokesperson. Anybody that wants to know anything about Elvis, they get Priscilla onto their show, whether it be a news program or a different kind of program. Oh, Priscilla will tell us. She knows everything. She was there, even though she divorced him 4 years before he died and had many other boyfriends. Shocking. I know that Elvis filed for the divorce, but she demanded it. They should never have got married. They were never right for each other. The marriage was a mess. They were both unfaithful. They both made mistakes.
It's the media. His legacy does not need embellishment. It needs honesty. And it is honesty that keeps alive the flame of who he truly was. There's also been a question raised about Graceland. I will answer that one.
I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. We know that Priscilla, the way that she maneuvered herself to become the front person of Graceland, and Vernon to add her to the will, because Elvis did not want Priscilla in his will. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it, guys. Very concerning facts. I hope Donna brings these things up. She may do, she may not. I don't know. I don't know what she's going to say. I know this. She will defend Elvis, her cousin.
In a separate video. But please let me say this. Elvis is loved, revered, and remembered because of who he was.
And I keep saying this, guys. I keep saying this. Priscilla tries to take credit for the fact that Elvis is remembered today. She literally says, I am the reason Elvis is remembered. I am the reason Graceland was saved. The museum was open. It's bullshit, guys. We never needed Graceland to remember Elvis. We never needed Priscilla to remember Elvis. Elvis did all the hard work to make sure that he would be remembered forever. And then we, the fans, have carried that on. Elvis Presley and the fans are why Elvis is remembered. Okay. We, the fans, are also the reason why Graceland has been such a massive success, even all these years later. Not Priscilla. You take Priscilla out of it, Elvis would have been as big as ever. Priscilla isn't the reason Elvis is remembered. She likes the world to think that. She wanted her daughter, Lisa Marie, to think that. Maybe she wants Riley as well to think that. Because I personally think that some of Riley's views are a little bit unclear. Who knows the brainwashing that has gone on with Priscilla? She definitely tried to brainwash her own daughter. The things that went on with Scientology are very scary. The fact that Priscilla has brought up Scientology recently on one of those interviews, saying that Scientology was a good thing, that very upsetting, very concerning, and not true. A very scary cult. That's for another topic. Now, Priscilla is not the spokesperson for Elvis. She's been allowed to be, hasn't she? Even now, trying to sell her book, Softly As I Leave You. It's all about me, selling more books. Get it? Poor me. More fame, more attention, more money at the expense of Elvis's reputation, his dignity, his image, his legacy. Priscilla, for some reason, the press around the world are allowing her to be the front person of Elvis. It makes no sense. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. She shouldn't be allowed to get away with it. I'm going to challenge these interviews. Now, I don't hate Priscilla. Please don't think I'm a hate channel, although I hate Priscilla. I don't do that. I defend Elvis and his bloodline on behalf of Elvis as a fan, when I say on behalf of Elvis, he's not with us. He can't defend himself. He can't challenge the bullshit. Me and Team Elvis and Elvis fans that join me around the world in our movement to stand up against the lies, we want the world to know the true Elvis. Donna Presley keeps saying the world should know the true Elvis, the beautiful man that he was. Priscilla isn't part of that. They divorced 4 years before he died. She was with many other men and she was very unfaithful. The way she treated her own daughter was disgusting. Her own daughter was allegedly sexually abused by Priscilla's boyfriend of 6 to 7 years, Michael Edwards. Obviously, allegedly. Everything I say in this show is for entertainment purposes. Just an opinion sharing discussion YouTube channel. Nothing is fact. But the bottom line is, Michael Edwards, Priscilla's boyfriend, allegedly abused Lisa Marie when she was a child. He admitted it in his own book, in his own words. Lisa put it in her book about her being allegedly abused. You get it? She said it in a Howard Stern interview as well. There's something very wrong in the fact that Priscilla is the front person for Elvis and has been for over 40 years. There's something very wrong in it, guys.
And what he accomplished in his lifetime, which was miraculous, the things he did and the things that he accomplished. And he's loved all over the world.
Now, you really listen to these words. This is why Elvis is remembered. These words are coming from a cousin, a first cousin. This cousin has never trashed Elvis for money, ever. Other cousins have. Stepbrothers have. Ex-wife has. Memphis Mafia have. They've all trashed Elvis for money. Donna Presley has never trashed Elvis ever, and she is his first cousin. She has Elvis blood in her veins. She grew up at Circle G Ranch and Gracelands. She knew Elvis very well. Elvis loved Donna Presley, even wanted her to move in to Gracelands.
People make a pilgrimage every year to Graceland just for the love of him.
Keep listening, guys.
He is remembered for everything he did and for the way he lived his life with love, compassion, honesty, respect, truthfulness, and a strong faith and belief in God. And that's why he's remembered.
And that's why he is remembered. Not because Priscilla sits on some primetime TV news program and trashes Elvis and takes all credit for anything that is good, that is remembered about Elvis. Priscilla says, oh yes, it's because of me. Otherwise he would have been forgotten. There would be no Gracelands. It's bullshit. We're all fed up of Priscilla, her little storyline, that the whole world have been so gullible and fallen for the bullshit. Priscilla isn't Elvis. Stop treating her like Elvis. She has benefited financially from Elvis for 50 years. She's took advantage of her ex-husband and I feel trashed her own daughter and abused her own daughter, Lisa Marie. I think the way Priscilla treated her own daughter is disgusting. But I also accept they had happy times as well. So did Priscilla and Elvis have some happy times. It doesn't cancel out the bad stuff. Priscilla having good times sometimes with Elvis or with Lisa doesn't make it all okay. Even Priscilla with her friendship with her granddaughter Riley. Yes, of course they've had happy times. But Priscilla still threatened to sue her own granddaughter, which we now know is true. Lisa Marie was going to sue Priscilla. Priscilla's daughter, Lisa Marie, Elvis's daughter, was going to sue Priscilla. Now it's very awkward for Riley. It's her grandmother. She's lost her mum, Lisa. She's trying to juggle. She's trying to keep everyone happy. Almost impossible for Riley. Riley is definitely between a rock and a hard place. I really do hope that Riley comes out and explains to the fans some more details, because we, the fans at the moment, are seeing that Riley is fully supporting Priscilla, and something is uncomfortable about that. But me as an Elvis defender, I fully support Riley as Elvis's granddaughter, as Lisa's daughter. So if Riley makes mistakes, we still have to be there for Riley because she's Elvis's granddaughter. She's Lisa's kid. So no matter what is said to me about Riley, I have to find a way to understand what Riley is going through. Riley is in an impossible situation, isn't she? Yeah. So let's just watch this space when it comes to Riley. But I will always support Riley because she's Lisa's kid. This is a fantastic 5-minute video, and there's more to come. I love that a first cousin defends her cousin Elvis and has never trashed him, where unfortunately the others have. It's one thing to tell a sweet story and then to trash him. That's no good. Loyalty is important. Loyalty is important. A good example is Anne Margaret, the way she has been so true and loyal to Elvis. You don't have to trash Elvis to make money. You don't have to trash Elvis to be successful or famous or to be in a book or in a movie or a documentary or biography. Loyal people that don't betray him and backstab him will be remembered, That's why Anne Margaret is so loved. And Donna Presley has been so unlucky because she has been so unfairly treated by the usual haters that haven't bothered to do their research. Donna Presley has been so true to Elvis, so loyal to him, and just wants the world to know the truth. And now, humbly defends her cousin with pride. I'm so happy, and thank you so much, Donna, for making this. Thank you for taking the time and having the courage to defend your cousin.
And that is because of the fans, so many millions of fans all over the world who still love him and adore him, and the new ones that grow every single day.
Every single day.
So he is loved and remembered for what he accomplished and what he did, not by the actions of anyone else.
Not by Priscilla. Priscilla's sitting there going, oh yeah, Elvis is remembered because of me. Bullshit!
So thank you for joining me tonight, and I will see you soon. God bless.
God bless. I'm so proud of Donna Presley. Elvis's first cousin. Well done, Donna. And there's more to come, guys. Watch this space. Go over to her YouTube channel, which is growing very fast. She has had hundreds of thousands of views. Donna Presley Official. You must subscribe. You must watch her channel. It's fantastic. We are so proud of you, Donna, for defending your cousin, defending the Presleys, defending your family. Now, I am going to be going through all these interviews that Priscilla's giving. We are going to be looking at the book Softly As I Leave You. There's so much to do. It's going to take forever. I don't have any time to do it. I'm going to try and find time. So I'm going to upload this now to our video section where we can go live on the comments together. Every video I do, I join you live. I want to do some live streams as well. At the moment, I'm struggling with time to do things because I have a family. I've got 5 kids. My wife is a teacher. So it isn't straightforward for me. But I am so proud of Donna Presley. So proud. Thank you, Donna. Amazing. Thank you so much for this video. And remember what she said. She's going to do one about Graceland's next. Can't wait. I'm very excited. Take care, everyone. See you soon.